What's good, baby? Y'all doing all right? Listen, I just got a question, okay? Because it's been brought to my attention how some of y'all mothers be talking to your kids. Are y'all serious? Are y'all really serious? Okay? It's been brought to my attention that some of you mothers talk to your sons reckless as I don't know what. You be calling your sons, and you be calling your sons. And you be saying that they stupid and they dumb and you know and make your child feel like they can't learn, and you make your child feel small, and you make your child feel insignificant, and you make your child feel unimportant. Y'all, we can't do that. That's part of the main reason why they go to school, and they're disruptive, they're disrespectful, they don't listen, they don't try to learn anything, they don't try to apply themselves, because from the time they were 0 to 7 years old, their mother called them stupid. From the time they were 0 to 7 years old, their mother called them a faggot. From the time of 0 to 7 years old, their mother made them feel this big. No, y'all. No, that is not the way to go. If you were the victim of that type of verbal abuse growing up, why would you inflict the same thing on your child? If you felt this big, or if your parent made you feel small, if you felt insignificant, and if you felt nobody didn't love you or care about you when you was growing up, why would you inflict those same feelings on your children? I didn't feel like I was loved growing up either. You know, no shade to my parents, but it was just the way that I felt. Not saying that they didn't do the best that they could do, because they did. But as far as like love and affection and things like that, I felt like I missed out on. I felt like I didn't get enough of it or as much of it as I wanted to. So I sought it from somewhere else. But when I got older, you know, I was able to communicate with my dad like, hey, Dad, I felt like I should have got more hugs, more kisses, more affection, right? So because I felt like that growing up with my parents, it was imperative for me to make sure I gave my children love. And now to this day, like, it was imperative to me to also make sure I gave my children affection, not just love, but give them affection, give them hugs, give them kisses, so they'll never feel like they have to go out into the world and get that from anybody else. Okay? Now, intention is a whole different beast, especially in the world that we're living in now. But at least try to give your children a little bit of your time, a little bit of your attention, where you don't got your phone, when you're not watching the TV, where it's just them and you, him and you, her and you, having a conversation, and you're actually interested about what your children is talking about. Yo, your babies need you. Your babies need you, not get a ratchet you, not the you who love to watch these hood shows. They need the you that been through some things. They need the you that have learned some lessons in their life. They need you. Because your children will face the same trauma, the same turmoil, the same generational curses that you face. And if you have not sat down to learn your lessons and learn what you need to know for your life so that you can become better, then your children are going to go through the same things, and they're going to end up 10 times worse than what you did, because you did not sit down and learn why you did what you did and how you can become better in order to teach your children how to do the same thing. And because I went through those things in my life, and I sat down and I reflected on why I did those things, on why I went through those certain things, on why I made those certain decisions, I can sit my son down and tell him, hey, look, son, you might not need to talk to that girl who ain't had a daddy present in her life, who ain't had a certain amount of affection or love, or who requires a certain attention from you that you can't give her. We got to be able to sit down and talk to our children about our shortcomings, about the things that we failed on, about the repeated patterns that we did because we didn't understand. We got to make our children aware of this kind of stuff, y'all. And we cannot be talking to them crazy. We cannot be talking to our kids crazy. No 5, 6, and 7-year-old should be walking around calling nobody else gay, calling nobody no faggot, calling nobody stupid, calling nobody dumb, in a way that makes them feel like they ain't nothing. What are you doing? Your child should not feel like he's dumb and he's stupid. That starts at home. That ain't got nothing to do with no teacher. That ain't got nothing to do with no administration. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing but you at the house and what you talking to your children about, what they hear you talking about, what you're watching on TV, what you're listening to when it comes to music. That come from you. What are y'all telling these doggone children? I don't care nothing about how this ponytail look. I care about how y'all raising y'all kids. And the reason why I care about that so much is because my children got to go out into the world with your children. And I could have taught them and raised them and did the best that I could at the house. But if they see 25 kids out here acting like your kids, they're going to think that's cool. Because we all know that children are influenced by each other. So I want y'all to do better so that your children can do better, so that my children are not influenced by your children and their behaviors, so that they don't think that the behaviors that you have taught your children when they see 25 other kids doing the same thing, oh, that got to be cool because 25 people doing it. It's not cool. Your children not having manners, not knowing how to be respectful to adults, not cool. Not knowing that 3 times 3 is 9 and they're in the third grade, not cool. Not knowing page numbers and they're in the 5th grade, not cool. Their teacher telling them, hey, turn to page 68, and they have difficulty understanding what page 68 is, not cool. Not cool. And yes, teachers have a responsibility. But parents, you hold the first responsibility with your child at the house. There's no reason why. No reason why. As much YouTube as your children watch. No reason why. As much as they have those electronics in their hand, YouTube have educational TV. As much as they have everything else on there, it has education on there too. Number Blocks, Juice TV, Gracie's Corner is great. But there's other things besides those music education that your children can learn. Miss Houston is a great option. Number Blocks is a great option. Word Blocks is a great option. I'm talking about to actually learn numbers and shapes and colors and letters. They have educational TV on YouTube too. And you have the power to put that in your children's hands. You have the power to make your children feel like they're the smartest person in the world. You have the power to do that, because life and death is in the power of the tongue. And as much as you call your children dumb, stupid, and whatever else it is that you call them, I wouldn't know, because I don't talk to my children that way. I would never talk to my children that way. Do I speak to them harshly sometimes, or aggressively sometimes, or in a stern manner? I definitely speak to them in a stern manner, because they got to learn. They got to know. It's a difference between disciplining them and just being downright disrespectful to your children. And a lot of y'all are disrespectful to your children. Even a child deserves respect as a child, to not be talked to crazy and to not feel like they're little ants or they're little insects and you're this great big wolf and at any given time you could trample all over them. A lot of y'all make our children feel small. They don't feel seen, they don't feel heard, and they feel small. And we got to do better. And this is why the teachers at school have difficulty teaching your own children, is because you haven't taught them anything at home. We got to do better, y'all, because it's sad. If the world is tearing our black boys down, if the world is not set up for our black men, and we know this, it ain't no speculating, it ain't, oh, he ain't nothing, it ain't none of that. Look at how the system is set up for our black men, and you're putting your black boys in it. They're already 7 steps behind the program. They're already starting at a disadvantage to any other race of people. Our black boys, our black men are already starting at 7 to 20 times a disadvantage to other races. And then you, as the mother, his end all be all, his everything, talk to him crazy. No. No, y'all. Oh, I gotta do better. Y'all really gotta do better. Because our sons deserve better than that. They deserve better than that, y'all, for real. Stop calling them ain't. Stop calling them that. Stop calling them dumb. Stop calling them stupid. Stop talking to them like they're nothing. Speak life into your sons. Speak life into your children. They need to see you speak positively. They need to feel your soft energy. They need you to hug them. They need you to say, baby, I love you. They need to hear that from you mothers, please. 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 Learn how to be soft for real. Don't wait on a man to come take care of you or to come do whatever you think a man's supposed to do for you to learn how to practice being feminine, for you to learn how to practice having soft energy. Learn now. Practice now. Because your children need you to be soft. Your children need to feel that energy from you. Not just a man. Peace, love, and light, y'all.